We're back on this busy show now. Osuna just went to the Cardinals. I don't have a deal yet, but that they officially said he went. So Jeter sends Osuna packing. That's another good bat. Had a big year last year. So now he's gone. And as we said, the Mets get themselves a reliever. Good reliever. Solid guy. So it's got to help. Paul, Sal in Keyport. What's up, Sal?
Hey, Mike.
What's
Thanks
happening?
for taking my call.
Yeah, what's up?
Sorry, I took you off speakerphone.
Yeah.
Mike, real quick, two things. Green Bay Packers, it's going to be very hard for them to run the table. I'm just happy that he's coming back, and if he's healthy, then he'll be able to help the team. But real quick on the Yankees,
He's healthy. He's healthy. They said he looked great in practice.
Oh, that's cool.
I think he'll actually play great. I think his legs will be good. I think he'll be healthy. I think he'll be fresh. He hasn't played in weeks. Instead of being worn down like he is late in the season, he's going to have fresh legs. I think he's going to play really well. Paul in Connecticut. What's up, Paul?
Hey, Mike. Listen, I called yesterday. I just want to get this out quickly. Congratulations on a brilliant career. I do want to tell you a quick story. I started listening in 1992. I'm 37, and I don't expect you to remember everybody you encounter, but
I think that would be impossible, yes.
Right, but you were fantastic in May. I was at the Astros-Yankees game, and I spoke to you in between innings. I didn't want to bother you, but you gave me about 4 minutes of your time. Very gracious, very nice to me, and I really appreciate that. It'll be a memory that sticks with me forever.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
My question for you, I was going to ask you a Yankees question, but since the last call I talked about the Packers, I'm a Cowboy fan. I know you've been a fan of Garrett. You've had him on the show many times. If the Cowboys fail to make the playoffs, which I know it's going to be tough still, but do you see Garrett as the right guy, or do you see down the road
I think
Jerry
Garrett
ever go
is,
for a Jim Harbaugh?
No, he won't. He'll never go for a coach like that because he can't exist with a coach like that because the coach will not like his interference. You have the perfect coach for him. That's why he's going to stay there because this coach understands that he's different than other owners. This coach understands that Jerry considers himself the GM of the team. That Jerry feels he has as much right to talk football with those players as you do as head coach. So you have to understand that Jerry's going to be down on the sideline, that Jerry's going to be involved. He's going to be he's going to come off the training camp field and he's going to hold a press conference about how somebody looks playing. He's going to do things that other coaches are going to get furious about. Garrett doesn't let that bother him. He understands what Jerry's about. He knows Jerry's going to meddle. He understands Jerry's the head coach. He's going to leave it alone, and that's why he's going to stay there because of that, because he fits what Jerry needs in a coach. Jerry's found a coach that he thinks he can win with, and Garrett's won some games. Last year he won a lot of games. This year they've had an iffy year, and it's not all his fault this year. They've had key injuries. They also had the suspension, and they'll probably finish 9-7, or they might finish 10-6, but they'll finish probably 9-7. He's going to be back. Allie in Bay Ridge. What's up, Allie? Bay Ridge, excuse me. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
What's up?
Just want to get this opportunity to say thank you for all you've done for the city of New York.
I haven't done anything except do my job. That's all.
Well, you do it well, and you do it with class, and just want to say thank you and thanks. You for allowing me to be on the air to speak with you. So it's been an honor.
Good, thank you very much.
With that being said, Michael,
yes.
A lot with the Yankees, I just want to say something about Greg Bird. He hasn't really been talked about, and with his playoffs performance last year, he showed a lot, and I think this is a guy that I think will have a top 5 MVP season next year, especially with the other bats. And
I don't know if he's ready for that, but I think he's going to be a very big power hitter. I think he's going to fit in very well. He's going to love hitting in Yankee Stadium. He's got a lethal left-handed bat. I think he's destined for a very good career. The one thing about him, the one thing about Bird that's got to scare you is he keeps getting hurt. And he's got to prove he can put in a full season. Bird playoffs was one of the Yankees' best hitters, one of their most dangerous hitters. No one wanted to see him up. And I think you'll see more of that. But he's got to stay healthy, and that's a scary thing for him. It's not easy for him to stay healthy. It really isn't. Very hard for him to do. David in Morristown, what's up, David?
Mike, what's up? Before I ask my Yankee question, is it possible that you guys can tape all of the Friday show?
The Friday show, online? The Thursday and Friday shows, is my understanding, will be complete podcast, the entire shows.
Oh, perfect. All right, Mike, So with the Yankees lineup, would you stick Bird and Gregorius between?
Is this with Machado or without Machado? Which way is this?
No.
Is this the pre-Machado? Is this the pre-Machado lineup that we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, let's stick with reality here.
Listen, this is reality for the Yankees. I mean, they're talking to the Orioles about Machado. All right, so let's all right. So right now you don't have and I'll give you Torres for second base. Who would you like to plug in to play third base on this lineup?
Mike, I don't know. I'm just asking if you want to go lefty-righty or if you want to put all the power back together so they can't walk guys.
You're always going to put. Well, first of all, they can walk anybody they want, no matter what the lineup is. But I think they'll go lefty-righty. Now, listen, Didi's not going to bat in the middle of the order here. It's not going to happen. He's not going to be batting cleanup anymore. So, but the question is, where do you stick your first power hitter? Do you put him 2 or 3? That's really that's the big compelling question Boone's going to have. Does he going to go with the new order power hitter in the 2 slot, or is he going to set the table twice before he goes to the power? So that's really the question. And I can tell you this: Stanton's going to bat 4.
What do you do?
Well, I don't have all the players yet, so you got to let me have a lineup. You got to give me who's in the lineup and where they fit before you tell me. I don't have a second baseman yet. I don't have a third baseman yet. So you got to let me have a lineup first. But I can tell you this: Stanton's going to bat 4th. That you can tell. If I had to guess, I'd say Judge bats 2. Right now, I would bat Judge 2. Right now, I would bat Judge 2, Didi 3, Stanton 4, and Sanchez 5. And Bird 6, and I'd probably flip-flop Sanchez and Bird based on lefty-righties. That's what I would do. That's probably what I would do. So I would probably go Judge, Stanton, Judge, Didi, Stanton, Sanchez, Bird. Probably my lineup. Alan in Bronx, what's up, Al?
Hey, Mike, thanks for taking my call. Well, it's getting bittersweet the last couple of days. I just wanted to say quickly, I'm going to try and get through to you on Friday. I definitely want to say goodbye to you then. But I just wanted to comment about this morning, Mike. You were fantastic. In your short couple of minutes, you were absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, Schrager idolizes you like I'm sure a lot of people in the business do. But the only thing I can equate watching them watch you as you were speaking is I have a bunch of pets. And when I go to my cabinet for treats, they all come running and they sit in a line, and they don't take their eyes off me until they get every morsel. This is exactly what it was like watching these youngsters.
Yeah, they were nice. They were
phenomenal, Mike. Phenomenal.
They were nice. We had a lot of fun this morning. They're good. They were very nice. I don't want to call them kids because that's not fair. They're already doing really well in the business, so they're all professionals. But for me, they're just young. That's all. They're just starting out compared to what I've been through, and I got a kick out of them. I really did. I had a lot of fun with them. It was a fun visit. It really was. I had a lot of fun with them. Jordan in Yorktown Heights. What's up, Jordan?
Hey, Mike. How are you? Big fan. Just want to comment a little bit on NFL coaches here. I think some of them are a real big liability. I saw how Peterson on the Eagles coached the game against Seattle. It got me pretty nervous. Obviously, Wentz is a huge hit, but if he's not challenging plays like the lateral that should have been a forward pass, the first half play calling at the end of the game, there was a Torrey Smith catch, and that goes for other coaches like Quinn as well, who blew a call against the Saints, opting to decline the penalty, 4th and 1 versus 3rd and 10.
Got to make the right calls, and you see it a lot. Look, hey, the last couple of Super Bowls have been decided by coaching mistakes. That's the only reason that Seattle and Atlanta didn't win the Super Bowl was the coaching. Nothing to do with the players. Had to do with the coaching. And it's sad when it does, but it did both times. Greg in New York. What's up, Greg?
Hey, Mike. I just want to congratulate you on a great career and everything.
Thank you.
I think the best thing you do is when you get somebody on, you interview them, and they talk about the past. I remember when you had Jane Levy on talking about the last boy. I managed to get through and was the first call, and you guys got the book to me the next day. Really appreciated it. I also called you when Bill Mazer died and talked to you about growing up in Western New York, and you said the guy even knows the jingle and everything. I want to ask you one thing. Do you remember Hank Nichols?
Sure, yes.
Okay, well, Hank Nichols, I'm watching the NC State game that they play every time against Houston on 30 for 30, and he's the referee in that game.
Yeah,
while Hank Nichols refereed my parochial school basketball championship in Niagara Falls, New York. I'll never forget it.
How about that? One of the great, Hank Nichols probably done the NCAA final championship game probably 5 times, 6 times. That's unbelievable. Thanks for the call. It's absolutely true. Hank Nichols, one of the great officials, and then became the supervisor of officials. One of the great officials. We'll have Joe Namath today at 3, which I'm really looking forward to. So I want to find out how much time we have with Joe, because that's really going to tell me how much I can go back and reminisce with him based on how much time we have with him. I'll ask him when we start. Also, when you're thinking about a guy like Namath, you think about how much he transcended sport. I mean, he was a guy who was as big culturally as he was from a sports standpoint. There were 2 guys who changed the way sports is covered in this country. One was Ali, the other one was Namath. That's how big they were. They were bigger than just normal players. They were like cultural icons. They were rock stars. I mean, they transcended completely. That's how, you'd have to live through how big Namath was. That's how big a star he was. Incredibly big star. Peter and Merrick, what's up, Peter?
Hey, how you doing, Mike? Congratulations on a great career.
Thank you.
Gonna really miss you. Been listening for a long time. Just had a question about the Yankees.
Right.
I just wanted to talk about Todd Frazier. Do you think that they need to sign him?
I don't think they need to sign him. I think he's a good clubhouse guy. I think he'd love to be here. But Frazier and the Yankees might have different needs right now, in that the Yankees don't want to spend a lot of money at that position. And Frazier's in a position at this stage of his life where he needs to generate income and needs to get the most he can out of his 3 years. That's the problem. But I think Frazier would like to be here, but he's going to have to give the Yankees a hometown discount, because the Yankees don't have a lot of money to spend on third baseman. They can play Gleyber Torres at second. I think he'll win the job, and they get him for very little. But they need to also get the third base position covered without spending a lot of money. Frazier can't go in there and try to hit him up for $30 or $40 million. They're not going to give it to him. Back after this.